Let's technically analyze the Nasdaq 100, and we're on the monthly chart. And on this chart, we had last spoke about how the market had given us this area over here, which is a very strong level of support. And we said that in the future, should price reach this level, at that level is where a lot of institutions will be looking to move the market further up. What else did we say? That's it in regards to the monthly chart. Let's move down to the weekly chart. And on the weekly chart, we can also see that the market in the past had given us what is a double top over here, and it had had a neckline there, and we saw the market actually closing to the bottom side of that neckline. And as I always say, we want to see the market come back to the neckline to test it. Unfortunately, we can see that the neckline of this particular double top, was not able to hold price, as the anticipation was for the market to move further down to around this level. And I believe, in my very humble opinion, that the reason, or rather one of the reasons why this particular pattern failed, is because of earnings season. I believe that earnings season was very positive in as far as the various listed companies are concerned, and for that reason, unfortunately, the neckline, which is over here of this double top, was not able to hold price, and we saw the market actually disregard this level and continue to move further up to that level, right? Another thing that I also want to mention is that, and I always say this, guys, that whenever we have these patterns, what happens often is that a lot of traders and investors sell at that point, and they place their stop losses just above, right? And we had a lot of stop losses here, hence we saw the market actually moving all the way up to trigger all of those stop losses, right? What else do we see in regards to the weekly chart? On the weekly chart, we also now have this very strong level over here of, you could say, support again. And just based on the weekly chart, the anticipation is for the market to actually bounce off of this level and then continue to move further up, because as much as we had this double top, we can also now see that the very same pattern is now a W structure, which also now has a neckline at that point. And as I said, guys, just like with double tops, when we have these patterns, we want to see price again closing to the upside of that neckline and then come back to that area. And as you know, at that point is where we look for potential buy opportunities. And that's exactly what happened, where price broke, as I said, to the upside of that W structure, and we want to see it come back to that level. And here is where we may potentially see the market move further up, right? Anyway, from here, let's head down to the daily chart and let's see what's happening on the chart. And again, guys, just to recap, remember that on the weekly chart, we spoke about how the market had given us a double top, and we said we had a lot of stop losses located here, and price went up actually to stop hunt all of those stop losses that were here. And now that we're on the daily chart, what else do we see? Remember also that I had mentioned that we have this W structure, which has a neckline here, and we want to see the market, come back to that level to give it a test. And at that point is where we may see again the market move further up, right? But here we are on the monthly chart, and before we proceed, I just want to add my channel, my daily channel rather, excuse me. And there we go. There we go. And right, yeah. So just to go back to the analysis, another thing that motivates for why we may potentially see the market from where it is move further up is because of this candlestick over here, and we can see that it is a bullish candlestick with a small body and a long lower wick, and it tells us that we may be possibly getting ready to see the market actually move further up, especially also because if you were to look at this area over here, you would see that at that point we also have another double top there. And again, remember that with double tops, people sell here and they place their stop losses just above, right? So we have a lot of liquidity there in the form of stop losses, and it is quite possible that we may see the market from where it is currently move all the way up to that level to trigger all of those stop losses. Another reason or another factor that motivates for why we may see the market actually move further up is that we have this candlestick over here, and it is a bullish candlestick with a small body and a relatively long upper wick. So where that wick ends at the top, we have a lot of money there, here, right? So there is plenty of scope for the market at this point in time to move all the way to that point, right? Having said all this, remember that we also have this double top over here, and it has a neckline at that point, right? So as much as I'm saying that we may potentially see the market actually move further up, it is also quite possible that at this point in time we may see the market actually test that neckline, which is over here, and at that point we may again see the market move further down, right? We may see the market move further down because ultimately we do have this double top over here, as you guys can see, and in my very humble opinion I would say that it started more or less somewhere here, and ideally I would love to see the market closing pretty much in line with where that double top has started, right? So we may see, as I said, price come back to the neckline, and at the neckline we may see the market move further down, as much as I said, we have a lot of money stuck there, right? So that's the daily chart. From here I'm just going to head down to the H4 chart, and let's have a look. Here we are on the H4 chart, and again, to recap, remember guys, on the daily chart we spoke about how we had this double top which has a neckline there. We said that we may potentially see the market come back to that level to give it a test, and at this point we may potentially see the market continue to move further down, right? To add to this, because we have this double top, we also have a lot of stop losses located here, as a lot of people sold at that point and placed their stop losses just above, right? So you may see again the market potentially move further up to grab all of that liquidity. But here we are on the H4 chart, and on the H4 chart we can see that for the most part we are in a downward trending market, which seems to suggest that for the most part we should be looking for potential sell opportunities, right? What else do we see in regards to the H4 chart? At this point I don't see much really, but I'm just going to add my channel as well. Let's have a look. I would add my channel more or less in this manner, and just remember guys that we need to ensure that whatever drawings that we do add to our charts are as close to perfection as possible. And there we go. And as I said, we can see that in as far as the H4 chart is concerned, we are in a downward trending market, but so far, in as far as buying or selling goes, I don't see any actual opportunities at this point in time. But it is quite possible that because we have this very strong level of resistance at this point in time, in addition to this very strong channel over here, and we can see that we had multiple rejections at that point, that we may get another rejection here, right, where these 2 points meet, this one over here, right, as well as this one over here, and we may at that level see the market actually continue to move further down in as far as looking for selling opportunities goes at this point in time.